Good morning. Welcome to 9 a.m. I'm Roxy Karapadian. We're calling it Christmas Eve, right?
That's right. That's right. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sandra Endo. Let's take a look at today's headlines.
So get ready. Speaking of Christmas, wet Christmas in store for you. We have the latest on a powerful storm moving into Southern California.
And if you're about to hit the road for the holidays, there are some road closures on the 405 you need to know about. We'll tell you about that.
An incredible scene caught on camera as a mom rushes home to stop a pack of thieves from breaking into her house. We'll show you the dramatic video again. And then Maria, of course, busy over there with all that rain.
Yep, I am most definitely watching the latest on our radar, and it has moved a lot closer now. This band of showers, this is just some prefrontal stuff, actually, just south of Orange County and near the island of Catalina, and there's a stronger batch of cells getting ready to move ashore. A lot of moisture coming up from the south associated with this system, so a lot of rain expected. 57 degrees currently in Burbank, 49 in Fraser Park, 53 in Ontario. It's 48 in Big Bear to that 58 in Palm Springs. High temperatures today won't be too high. In fact, temperatures are finally going to dip below average for probably the first time this month. 71 in the low desert eventually with some showers later tonight. Otherwise, the high desert areas, the mountains will see some light showers before the afternoon is out. Increasing winds with these systems as well, so some strong gusts expected, especially over the mountains and the foothills. 63 for downtown LA, that's below the normal. 67, 64 in the valleys and the IE to that 64 as well along our coast. We'll talk about rain totals, how long this will last, coming up in my complete forecast. But first, back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. So Gigi Gracietta is live in Altadena, which is one of those areas they're keeping a watchful eye on, right, Gigi?
That's right. Officials have put out the warning that the storm is coming. So many folks have gotten those sandbags and they're preparing as best they can. Meanwhile, what we're also seeing here in Altadena are workers working as fast as they possibly can because they know the storm is coming. There's also the holiday when presumably they were going to be off anyway. And you see sites like this one and just they're working as fast and as hard as they possibly can to get as much done in preparation for this storm. Now, let's take a look at the video. Just last month in November, we had that series of storms that moved through Southern California, and we saw the damage done, the mud and debris flow, the road closures, the accidents, and this is the big concern that we're going to see that play out once again, but even at a worse time because so many people are expected to travel both tomorrow and Wednesday and Christmas Day, rather, during the brunt of the storm. Now, the California Highway Patrol says they're worried not only about flooded roadways, but also about major accidents and road closures. Meanwhile, Caltrans has been working really hard to clear the roads because they're concerned about mud and debris flows, which are definitely a possibility. And officials everywhere from Ventura County on down are warning people to be as prepared as they possibly can.
We want to make sure that you stay away from any drainage, any washes, anywhere you see heavy water flowing because water is very powerful and you can't beat water.
And if you're one of the many people who will be traveling today through the Christmas holiday, officials ask that you allow yourself some extra time, not only for the heavy traffic that's always there on a holiday, but for possible delays due to the storm. And if you are traveling into the mountains, call ahead, check those road conditions. For example, in Big Bear, Highway 38 remains closed. And let's take a look at some other road closures starting tonight. They include Malibu Canyon Road from Piuma South, Tuna Canyon Road from the existing closure gate southward, and Topanga Canyon Boulevard. Once again, it will be closed between Grandview Drive to Pacific Coast Highways. Those are just a few. Of course, many more could happen depending on the conditions when the storm finally rolls in. Bringing it back here live, Altadena, we're seeing workers do as much as they can in a short time we still have before the storm moves in and, of course, before the holiday period. And that is the latest. And if you still need sandbags, they're available at many fire stations here in Altadena. We saw a lot of them. Sand, shovels, bags at Fire Station 11 on El Molino. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Gracietta. Back to you.
Thank you, Gigi. Useful information there. And as Gigi mentioned, a series of evacuation warnings for burn area residents goes into effect in a couple hours. They include the Kenneth Fire burn scar area, the Palisades Fire Burn Scar area and Mandeville Canyon, the Eaton Fire Burn Scar area, the Sunset Fire Burn Scar area, and finally the Topanga Canyon closure at PCH and Grandview Drive.
And take a look at what the weather is doing in Northern California. The city of Redding in Shasta County appears to be the epicenter of flash flooding, torrential rains, flooded homes, and washed out roads. At least one death has been reported there after a driver got trapped in their truck by the rapidly rising water. The Shasta County Sheriff declared a state of emergency.
All right, now let's look at the travel rush that's going on out there. Here's a live look at LAX. AAA is estimating more than 122 million Americans will fly or drive. That's an increase of more than 2% from last year. The number of travelers isn't the only thing going up. Prices for domestic flights are up, averaging around $900. $900 averaging, 7% higher than a year ago. And that leads us to our poll question of the day right now. How are you traveling this week if you are? Here are the results. Oh. Okay, plane and automobile, plane or driving, 8% of you. Train, no one by train.
Nobody.
A lot of you staying put.
That's smart.
Very smart. Okay, the plane went up. Travel by air went up. But if you're staying put, that would explain it, because I'm seeing so many people out and about on the surface streets.
Just enjoying,
so busy.
Things locally, right? Sounds good. All right, heads up for anyone using the 405 freeway on the west side, though. Caltrans says through Christmas Eve, they are reducing the lanes on the 405 for the ongoing repaving project. So that means right now, up to 2 lanes of the 405 are closed from the Sepulveda Pass all the way south to Wilshire Boulevard. It's a big headache for a lot of the drivers using this thoroughfare. This is on both sides of the freeway. Keep in mind, north and southbound. The roads will reopen by 6 a.m. today, then close again, though, around 9 o'clock tonight, and then reopen again 6 a.m. tomorrow. This work is part of the 405 pavement rehabilitation project between Van Nuys and Westwood along the Sepulveda Pass.
Waymo suing Santa Monica to reverse a city order to stop charging its driverless taxis overnight. Santa Monica ordered Waymo to stop overnight operations last month. Neighbors had complained about not being able to sleep because of all the light and the noise of the cars going in and out of the charging stations. The city contends the overnight activity is a public nuisance. Waymo claims the order will cause imminent and irreparable harm to its operations, employees, and customers.
Police are looking for additional child victims of a former San Fernando Valley after-school programs employee arrested for allegedly creating AI-generated child porn. The suspect, 25-year-old Julian Kurt Perez, was arrested yesterday, and detectives say they know of at least 2 minor victims. But they suspect there are additional ones out there, unreported victims, most likely girls. So victims or witnesses are being asked to come forward with any information.
A mom in Sherman Oaks jumps into action to stop several burglary suspects from breaking into her home. There you see it. According to the LAPD, the woman was on her way home from the grandmother's home, Actually, the grandmother was at her home watching the kids, and she gets home. Suddenly, she realizes, wait, what's going on here? The grandmother says men were in there trying to break into the house. The mom rushes in, sees the suspect, slams her vehicle into their car. The thieves ran off, though.
So this is really
so far
dangerous. I know this went viral, and a lot of people are commending the mom for stepping up and acting quickly, but all it did was cause a lot of damage, and it was really unsafe, you know, and the thieves ran off anyway. So don't take matters into your own hands.
I feel like at that moment, you're not really thinking.
Panicking.
And you're panicking.
Right.
She's just doing whatever her instinct was at the moment. But anyway, they got away.
I know. And then all that damage, and she could have been hurt, so
yeah,
I just feel for her. All right, coming up, something for Timothée Chalamet fans. We'll show you how he's going above and beyond to promote his new movie that opens Christmas Day. But first, a check of traffic.
And yes, Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Fog is still an issue out there on a lot of roadways, so please be extra careful with that, especially around Long Beach, out towards Orange County, even some of the inland areas. We're looking at some fog. Here is what's left of an accident now. This is on the westbound 10 at the 57, the number 3-4 lanes blocked there. This is near San Dimas, Pomona area. This is the backup as a result of it. It was a lot heavier earlier. Now it seems to be moving. Well, slightly better anyway. Right-hand lanes there are kind of slow. This is on the West 10 at Dudley Street, just behind or down the road from that crash, as I mentioned. Here is the drive times coming in and out of downtown LA. It's been pretty good, actually, on the 10, the 110, and the 60. Going towards Santa Monica on that West 10 between the 5 to the 405, only 17 minutes. 12 minutes on that North 110 between the 405 to the 10, and just 22 minutes on that West 60 between the 57 to the 5. Here's some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DT LA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
Welcome back. 9:14 right now. The highly anticipated Annenberg Wildlife Crossing in Agoura Hills appears to be working. It's already attracting wild animals, so you're looking at a time-lapse video of construction now. According to the National Park Service, a female mountain lion was recently captured near the crossing. She was collared and named P129. The bridge will connect the Santa Monica Mountains over the 101 freeway, aiming to be a safe passage for wildlife that roam the area, especially mountain lions. The crossing is slated to open fall of next year.
Let's talk about the weather now, because we are anticipating some really dangerous conditions. The flood risk is quite high as we start looking at the computer models here, with rain starting in just a couple of hours, really, depending on where you are. And this is only going to get heavier as we get into the nighttime and overnight hours into Christmas Eve, and even another round as we get into Christmas Day. Here is all of that moisture. We're going to see two waves of this event here. The first one moving in later tonight during the overnight hours into tomorrow. Looking at some of the yellows and oranges here on the map, indicating some of the heavier downpours, and that can trigger those mud and debris flows. This is widespread rain overnight tonight into tomorrow, and then maybe a tiny bit of a break in terms of the heavy rain tomorrow night into early Christmas morning. But then another round here on Thursday into Friday. This one's going to pack a little bit more in the way of colder air, so it's going to be a lot more unstable, and that's going to help lower the snow level. But this will also give us a chance for some thunderstorms, and that can also trigger those heavier downpours and those mudslides and mud and debris flows. But also we could see, it's not out of the question to see some water spouts and even some weak tornadoes or even some hail. Look at the rain totals: 2 to 6 inches for the coast and valleys through late Thursday, about 5 to 11 inches for the mountains and foothills. So this is a lot of rain in a short period of time, and so flooding is a big concern. I know it's going to be tough not to be celebrating or running around with family and friends tomorrow into Thursday, but really officials are suggesting you stay put, and please stay alert to officials in case you have to evacuate in those vulnerable areas recently burned by those fires. Future snow. We're going to talk about feet of snow here in the Sierra Nevada, but looking at us locally, we all have some snow in the forecast, and it could be a white Christmas. Late Thursday into Friday, we could be getting a few inches of snow for the San Bernardino County mountains, as well as parts of Mountain High could get some snow as well. The winds will be a problem, damaging winds potentially. All these areas here shaded in the orange, that's where we have the high wind warning that's in effect at least until 3 o'clock Thursday. Wind gusts will get up to 50, 60 plus miles an hour, and there's some isolated areas up in the mountains that we could see those wind gusts nearing 70 to 80 miles an hour. That means down trees, down power lines. Please be careful where you park, and bring in all of the patio furniture and some of the decorations you had for the holidays. Laguna Beach, that band of moisture is just offshore, so we are anticipating some light showers here through the afternoon and evening, getting heavier tonight. Anaheim, similar conditions around 10 a.m. We'll get some of those showers, definitely overcast, cloudy, and cool. Up into Big Bear, taking a little bit more time to get to you, but eventually some rain tonight, and then snow, rain turning into snow showers by the time we get to Thursday and Thursday night. The 7-day forecast is coming up just a few minutes. Back to you.
Maria, thanks so much. Entertainment sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino.
All right, Timothy Chalamet is going to great new heights to promote his new movie.
Marty Supreme is an American film that comes out on Christmas Day, 2025.
In case you're wondering, this is legit. In a video shared by Sphere Entertainment, Chalamet can be seen strapped to a harness perched atop the venue. Look at that. The actor became the first person to stand on top of the Sphere in Las Vegas as part of a cross-promotion there. He stars in the upcoming flick, Marty Supreme, which opens on Christmas Day. And it's about a guy who's a table tennis champ. That's why you see the Sphere turning into a giant ping pong ball right there.
I mean,
good thing he had the harness.
Good thing. Still pretty amazing and incredible they were able to pull this off.
I guess he had to get plopped onto it, right, by helicopter.
Probably.
Because how else would he get down?
Still, what's funny to me is we don't know much really about the movie, but we know the movie based on all the marketing, which is pretty genius. It's working. Bruce and Freddie are coming home for the holidays.
Are you ever going to go back to Freddy's, I mean?
Half of this town will be dead by morning.
5 Nights at Freddy's 2, the hit horror sequel that pulled off a surprise box office win, now available to buy on digital. And if killer animatronic creatures isn't really your thing, the Bruce Springsteen biopic Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere is also an option for you. It follows the boss and his recording of the classic album Nebraska, both available for purchase now on the usual digital streaming sites.
So I guess Timothy Chalamet climbed up an interior staircase to get up there. It wasn't plop down from a helicopter.
I liked your vision better.
I know, it was very
dramatic.
Mission Impossible, right?
Yeah, I guess that would make more sense.
Still scary, though, if you're afraid of heights.
Yeah.
All right, up next, we are celebrating TikTok Tuesday. So if you're still Christmas shopping, Maria has some trendy gift ideas for you right after the break.
Oh my gosh, we have the most adorable guests this morning.
Look at those models.
TikTok Tuesday, sponsored by TikTok.
Oh man, we're feeling the holiday now. It is TikTok Tuesday, and we're heading into the final stretch of the holiday season with the week's standout finds. And we've got our friend Christine Lucida here with TikTok picks that everyone is talking about, leading into, wow, Christmas Eve already tomorrow, and then Christmas on Thursday. Can't believe it. We have a bunch of really cute stuff out here. So we're going to start with the cutest outfits and the cutest models here this morning.
We sure do, Maria. TikTok got their fashion right. This is all from Rockstar Original. I love these looks. Our model Ariana is wearing the Hadley Super Stacked Sweat tracksuit. I love it. Look how bunched up it is at the bottom, so it's perfect over shoes and sneakers. This is my baby girl, Emma. Say hi, Emma. She's wearing the pink puffer jacket. We've got Tara over here in the red rhinestone, and look how cute Celeste is. These are the Espen pants. All of these styles are such an elevated look without the designer price tag.
Yes.
So we are just loving this. They're cool, they're trendy, and again, TikTokers have spoken and they have showed us what awesome fashion is.
I love it.
You guys, do a spin.
Do a spin, Emma. Do a spin. Yes.
Yes.
I love it. They're ready for winter and ready for the weather that's coming for sure.
Your fashion game is on, girls.
From that to helping to moisturize our face during this season.
Exactly, we need it. This is all inspired by Korean facials. This is by Laneige. This is their Water Bank Aqua Facial. It just launched, so we're so excited about this. It's a daily serum that helps exfoliate and smooth, and look at this exact dropper. So this helps you get precision.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, precision, and so it's like having a professional treatment at the courtesy of your own home. Again, it's just a great facial boost and a glow. We love these products. They are just top notch, and this is trending on TikTok's platform right now.
I love it. This is what we need for especially this time of year when we really dry out. Okay, next, from body to hair care.
Yes, of course. So this is all by Moroccan Oil. We know these products. We love them. They're great for our hair, our body, our skin. They just launched their La Original. This is their first ever fine fragrance. It is absolutely amazing. Maria, smell this. It's like transportive, right? Just take a spray.
Oh, wow.
It's you imagine, where am I going to in this? It's Mediterranean inspired. It's got a warm, it's got a musk.
This is a perfect size for travel.
I know.
In the purse.
And this is their oh, it smells so good.
Oh, it smells so good.
I know. And this is their limited edition, so it's a travel, and it's a full size in here, and all of this scents are in all of their wonderful products that we know and love. Great gift set. Love it so much.
Beautiful. Okay, so from that to the pink stuff here. What's this?
Okay.
It's pretty.
This is all I know. It is pretty. So this is by Topicals. This is their faded starter kit. It's here to help us fade those unwanted acne post-scars or any hormonal changes that we're having in the body. It comes in a face soap. It also comes in a serum. Together they help fade on the face and the body. Love them so much. And then also these really cool eye masks. Yes, so they're under the eye. They help depuff, brighten, and cool all within 15 minutes. It's okay. And this bundle is fabulous, and you can get all 3 steps for $25. That is such a huge savings. What a great holiday gift.
This is amazing. This is what we need, especially this season in our lives, at least for me anyway.
No, hormonal changes.
Hormonal changes. You got the melasma and stuff like that. So this is what we need.
Yeah,
okay,
so we are so excited, and actually this has gone viral on TikTok. So this is right now currently one of their #1 products on there.
Oh my
Women have spoken. We need to take care of ourselves.
We need this. we need this. Christine, thank you so much. Thank you for bringing all these fun things. You can check out TikTok at TV Product Girl, and you can see all these goodies and more on her page. So you can follow TV Product Girl on TikTok. And thank you for bringing those cute models.
Oh,
especially,
they're so cute.
Especially that little one,
My
Emma.
little baby,
where is
Emma.
she? Oh,
Emma, where are you? Want to come back and say hi?
You want to come run over here? Come here. She is ready for the snow season.
Oh, she so is. Hello. Do you want to say hi? What can we say to everybody out there? All the viewers out there. What do we say?
Say hi. Say happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Say we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. We're definitely on storm watch, watching the computer models to kind of itemize and time out what we're expecting here. Some of that precursor stuff is coming in this morning, this afternoon, mostly light showers, and then it will get heavy as we get into tonight. 2 bursts of energy with this event. The first one coming in later tonight, overnight hours into tomorrow morning, and we can look at some heavy downpours here, widespread rain, and that snow level staying high at first and then eventually lowering to near 6,000 feet, 5,500 feet by late Thursday into Friday. But looking at the potential for some really heavy rainfall here, and it will be continued and constant as we get into tonight and tomorrow. This time tomorrow will be very different with the rain. And then it'll start to taper off a little bit as we get into late tomorrow into Christmas morning. As you can see here, just a little bit more on the side of light to moderate rainfall and a slight little open slot here as Santa makes his way to deliver those presents. And then as we get into Christmas Day, you can see another batch of some heavier rain. This time colder air is going to move in, and that's going to bring us more instability and a chance for thunderstorms. So that's through Christmas Day into Christmas night and into Friday, and then finally things start to quiet down as we get into Saturday, Sunday. The weekend does look much better, at least at this point it looks that way, and you'll get a chance to maybe play with the new toys. But we haven't had rain all month of December. In fact, most of the days we have been above normal, with the exception of 2 days here where we did reach that average, and even with that we were near 70 degrees. The last time we saw rain and registered measurable rain for downtown was November 21st, and we did get a lot of rain for November and October. We got, let's see, combined almost 7 inches of rain. So we have a surplus of over 4 inches, and we could double that as we get through this week, this holiday week. Temperatures will be below average today, high of just 63 for downtown LA. And if you're planning ahead, that sunset time 4:49, officials are suggesting you stay put through tomorrow. But if you have to be out and about, please be mindful of excessive rainfall and the flooding potential. We do have flood watches in effect through at least the latter part of Thursday. 61 degrees today in Pasadena, 63 in Santa Monica, 49 in Big Bear, to that 71 in Palm Springs. The 70 forecast coming up. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. You're invited to explore a secret world where nature and imagination intertwine.
This is so cool. It's a new immersive art installation called Secret Forest Los Angeles, just opening up in Burbank. And Brooke Thomas is there to show us. Hi there.
Hey there. No, it's really cool. We're on Magnolia Street here in Burbank, and this is one of those places, right? You drive by repeatedly, and you wonder, what is that? What's inside? I'm going to show you, because you may not believe it, but you can actually rent your own forest. Let's go inside. It's actually pretty cool. There's so much to see in here. The sounds, the colors, it's bright, it's dark in spaces. There are little Easter eggs everywhere. There are hidden doors. Thank you for being here with us. It's a lot of fun. Did I get it right? You can rent your own forest, right?
You can rent your own forest.
So talk to me about what you all do here.
So we are an event space as a business, but the focus of what we are is a living forest that's enchanted with fairy houses and a crystal cave, secret little discoveries to make. It's a vibe to relax, to step out of like you're not in LA anymore.
I love it.
So it's just a peaceful experience that just happens to be a space to hold a special event.
And so peaceful, Karina, that I hear people cry every weekend coming in here, right?
There are people coming, no matter when we open the doors. We're typically open only on the weekends, but we will have people crying, mostly because it's such a sensory relaxation versus such a abrasive kind of light magic show. And also because there's every aspect of the forest is made with heart, love, and purpose, and people reflect on their past or their past fantasies and visions and dreams.
Like, I wanted a room like this when I was a kid.
I wanted a room like this and we remind them, well, you can have a room now like this,
or at least a birthday party.
We really try to negate the age limitation to thinking about being excited and being curious and having your space how you want it and how you want to feel.
Yeah. We talk about people getting emotional coming in here. What does this place mean to you all?
So at its core, what the space is, it's a dedication to our moms. We lost our moms within a year of each other. We took care of both of them at the end of their lives. Corinna's mom, Hannah, had dementia. She lived with us. My mom had cancer in Boston.
What's your mom's name?
Jeanette. She was a master gardener, so she's the inspiration for all the plant material. And it's a way both for us to honor them. It's a way for us to grieve. But it's also a way for them to still be with us every single day.
Oh, I love that.
Because their spirit is here in the forest and active and alive.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. So listen, you can have small parties here, big parties. I know you guys told me that you've had 7 little girls, right, for a small birthday party.
Fairy houses with Corinna, the artist.
Also, you can fit 45 people, and you're going to have a big
engagement party on Halloween night.
Look at that. So it's whatever you want to do. Birthday parties, just get together, have a fun party, holiday parties, whatever. They are available to you. And look, Roxy and Sandra, there are secret doors all over this place. How's this? Oh, I have to unlock the door. Thank you, properly.
Oh.
How cute is that? I know, it's really cool. And before I let you go, fun fact, they told me that on the weekends when they don't have parties scheduled, they actually just open this place up as a free community space.
Oh, that's
so people
nice.
can come in here and just it's trying to help with, we always say we're losing third spaces. And so they've brought one back. It's awesome.
Very cool.
So much attention to detail. It's very impressive, and my kids would love this place.
All the nooks and crannies
They
you got to look
love
at.
this.
And explore. Very cool, Brooke. Thank you. All right, Best Friends Animal Society is inviting people to take part in holiday foster sleepovers.
Sandra, the idea is for people to open their homes to animals in need of homes for just a few days. So, Coco, Sandra wants to hear all the details.
Yes, Sandra, this is for you. So we are talking about this cool sleepover program for fostering, because the holidays, of course, are such a great time to really consider bringing in more love into your home. And what better way to do that than to come here to Best Friends Animal Society and be able to foster or adopt a pet. So I'm here with Elizabeth now, also here with Sonia. First, start off by telling us more about Sonia here, who's so cute.
Yeah, isn't she beautiful? Sonia is a 2-year-old shepherd mix who loves hiking and activity, and she's crate trained. She knows lots of tricks. She knows how to sit, shake. Yeah, she's such a good girl. Yeah, and she's a really good size. I mean, there's a lot of large dogs in the shelters right now, but she's not overly large, so she's kind of she's a good running companion, a good play companion, and she's just looking for a family to love either through the holidays or beyond.
Yes, and you mentioned running. I think you have this really cool program outside of the one that you're offering right now, where it's kind of like an adventure buddy that people can take part in.
So today is our holiday foster push, but we have foster year-round, every day. We have dogs, cats, puppies, kittens that are available for foster. We provide all the supplies. It can be short-term, it can be long-term. We work around the foster to make sure it's a good fit and a good experience for them. And then we have this great program called Adventure Buddies, where somebody can just come and take a dog for a hike for a few hours, or take a dog home to watch Netflix, or a slumber event overnight. So there's a lot of opportunities, but really the more we can get these great animals out of the kennels and into homes, even if it's short term, the better it is for them, the better for our staff, and then we get great information about how they are in a home.
Yes, and you were also mentioning about the adoption fees when you participate in this.
Yes, so anybody who chooses to permanently foster one of the pets that they take on today's foster event, we will waive the adoption fee. And we provide all the supplies as usual, so the food, the treats, the toys, the bed, all of that. But if somebody decides to extend beyond the holiday and bring one of these amazing animals home, there's toys under here, then we will waive the adoption fee, and we will be there to provide support and anything else that somebody may need to make it a really, really good match.
I love that. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Great information. Also, Sonia here, of course, is up for adoption. If you'd like to adopt her or the other wonderful animals that are here at Best Friends Animal Society, make sure to come here. And then you do have this opportunity to really experience by fostering first if you want to see if it's a good match or not. I'll send it back to you.
Very cute. I think he wants to go home with you, Coco.
I think Sandra, perfect for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, one day. I have signed up, so that's the first step. Because you have to sign up online. It's very easy.
What's the second step?
To actually go ahead and pick one up. One day.
All right. The third step is we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back. A Christmas Eve Powerball drawing will be worth $1.7 billion. Nobody got all 6 numbers last night. So if there's a winner, they could take home a cash option of $781 million. It's the 4th largest jackpot ever for Powerball and the 47th drawing since the last jackpot winner. So, wow.
That's amazing. We gotta win. We gotta win. Holiday gratuities are one way to show your appreciation, of course, to people who provide you vital services throughout the year.
But what is the latest etiquette when it comes to the annual tipping process? Kelly Sabieri has the story.
The holiday season and the end of the year is a good time to give a special thanks to those who make your life easier.
Try to do like the local, either trash pickup people.
If you look closely at the etiquette, customers should try to give a holiday gratuity to service professionals who play an ongoing role in their life. We're talking about nannies, housekeepers, landscapers, pool cleaners, home health care workers, doormen, and others.
We treat them good, respect, and they compensate you the right way.
You might also consider your regular hairstylist or manicurist, even though they usually get tipped per service. And Santa's got the right idea. Keep a list.
And when we do make the lists to indicate how much we gave as a tip for that year. So this is an ongoing spreadsheet.
Next, the question becomes, what do you give?
Cash is most certainly king. If you're someone who can't procure the cash that you need and time is ticking, electronic is certainly better than nothing.
But everyone has to understand we are all living in tough economic times.
And no one should ever feel tip shamed into giving a gratuity or that there is a set limit that they must give.
When in doubt, do some research.
Speak with your neighbors about what they're doing.
And don't forget, presentation matters.
Don't simply hand someone, a fistful of crumpled bills. This should look thought out.
You may be relieved to know there are some people you should not tip. Professional workers like your doctor, lawyer, or accountant do not typically get a holiday gratuity. In Chicago, Kelly Saberi, Fox Business.
Hey, don't tip your lawyer or your doctor.
I mean, I hadn't even thought about that, to be quite honest with you. My question is, when you go to routinely like haircut, nail salon, and usually you leave something. Do you do a little extra, right?
Yes, yeah.
Double
I
it
tip
or
the
whatever.
amount of the service.
Like an extra
So if it costs you $50 to get your haircut.
Well, let me explain something to you. Your haircut is cheaper than our haircut.
This is correct.
Like,
this is facts.
I'll tell
This
you
is
how
true.
much that would be if we were to
Like
double.
hundreds.
Don't blame me for that.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Saying.
Bob's here for a reason, by the way, and we'll get to him in a moment. Military volunteers are getting ready for a very important job on Christmas Eve. People at the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, will be keeping up with, well, where's St. Nick, right? What's he up to on his journey around the globe? And this year, he's getting some high-tech assistance. OnStar is partnering with NORAD, offering families more ways to listen in and follow along. On Christmas Eve, users can push the blue OnStar button for real-time information on Santa's travels.
So great. And music, of course, is such a big part of the holiday season, and some radio stations play Christmas tunes 24/7 for the entire month.
That's right. Gary Baumgarten takes a closer look at the annual soundtrack of December.
Christmas bells are ringing, falling, falling. As the songs of the season keep filling the air, music scholars like Kimberly Souther of Clemson University say it's not uncommon for Christmas tunes to ignite nostalgia.
It brings us back to our childhood and all those wonderful memories that we had when we were young with Santa and family.
And many songs we have today can trace their roots back home more than 600 years.
Well, Christmas carols actually began as just carols in the 14th, 15th, 16th century. So they were songs that people would sing in the streets, or they would sing them for religious services. And then this book came out called the Oxford Carols. So families would purchase this book of carols, and they were predominantly about Christmas time.
According to Dr. Souther, a lot of other popular Christmas music comes from the 1940s and 50s. Still, different family traditions may also influence people's choices.
What did you listen to in the home when you were growing up? Then you continue that tradition with your family and maybe add into the mix as well.
But because experts say many people crave classic Christmas music, it can be hard for new songs to break through.
A lot of times you hear artists and they're doing a remake, of a popular tune that we already know that's been around for 100 years.
Dr. Souther says social media apps with their algorithms can help expose audiences to new sounds and expand their holiday soundtracks.
It's good to kind of explore and to dig a little bit deeper. There's some incredible artists because we have these platforms.
Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
All right, for more than 130 years, the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign, you know it. It's been a holiday tradition everywhere you go.
That's right, but modern times are creating a bit of a problem. Bob DeCastro is here with that story.
It's more challenging now, right? Because everybody's putting the coins in there.
Or they don't have cash.
Where's the coin?
Right.
As fewer people carry cash or coins, the iconic bell ringers are facing new challenges. And we meet one determined Salvation Army officer who says she's ready to ring even harder to keep the spirit of giving alive.
What do they say with every bell that rings?
An angel gets their wings, right?
I think so.
I love it. I love it, yep.
Outside a Hobby Lobby in Torrance,
la 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 la,
the sidewalk turns into a celebration.
Thank
Salvation Army bell ringer Major Lisa Barnes shows us how the nonprofit's Red Kettle campaign lifts spirits.
I get to help support shelters. I get to help support 12 different programs and shelters that give more than 3,000 beds every single night in LA County, just in the center of the target of LA. And wherever the Salvation Army is, we say, okay, what does this community need? What are the gaps? Does it need childcare? Does it need food support? Does it need help paying bills? We hear a lot of folks saying, the Salvation Army rehab helped my dad, helped my uncle, helped my auntie.
Major Barnes says she was once one of those very people who needed help. Raised by a single mother who was a sex worker and struggled with addiction, Barnes estimates she lived in 30 to 40 foster homes in the Pacific Northwest before the age of 15.
I remember often being homeless, often going to bed hungry. Feeling unsafe, feeling alone, feeling afraid, pretty much all the time. No kid should ever grow up that way, but when you do, it develops this kind of resilience in you.
Barnes says she was also physically abused, had suicidal thoughts, and came frighteningly close to ending her life, but found safety when she was introduced to the Salvation Army. First meeting outreach volunteers through its food box delivery program, she eventually found fellowship at its youth summer camps.
It's almost like the clouds parted and I said, wait a second, maybe life could be different. Maybe this doesn't have to be my forever. And I flushed the pills down the toilet and I ripped up the notes and I never turned back.
For Major Barnes, service has replaced survival.
Nobody is too far gone. Nobody is a lost cause. Joy. Come on over.
Standing beside her red kettle, Barnes believes everyone carries unseen struggles.
It's important that as we navigate this life, that we treat everyone with respect and kindness and dignity, no matter what, because everybody is just dealing with this human experience the best we can.
She says hers and the Salvation Army's mission is always about compassion and spreading comfort and joy.
Santa, Merry Christmas, coming to town.
Okay. I'm so strong.
You are strong, girl.
She is strong.
I was not expecting that. It should have been the other way around. Bob!
I said,
How dare
so I
you?
said, what can we do? What can we do to get the people to come in here? I said, you want to piggyback? She's like, no, why don't you come and I'll piggyback you? And I was like, really?
Piggyback
And the fact that you did it.
Of all the things you thought of, what can I do?
Right,
Honestly, that was not where my
And
mind would
she's
go.
like, oh, she really wanted to do it.
Like,
really? That's a...
you could have danced. You could have
We did that.
No, you could have
We did that.
Cartwheel.
We did
You could have done the split.
Wheelbarrow races. I don't know.
We did that. You should have seen how much more.
You did all that?
Handstands.
Of course,
What
the
a great
Salvation
sport.
Army accepts digital donations. Now they've moved to the modern times, right? They have a QR code at each kettlebell, and of course, you can donate to the Salvation Army website. That's right there on your screen. She was a good sport.
She's, yeah, she
But
really
she
is.
has a backache now, though.
But on a serious note, that's quite a story.
Yeah.
It really is. And I'm so glad she's doing well. And,
Yeah.
you know, you think about the people who are standing there, that some of them have these personal stories, right? So
Yeah, it basically became her family, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and now her husband also works for the Salvation Army as an officer there as well.
Yeah.
And then she makes sure that she gets her kids out there ringing the bells as well. So
sweet.
it's a whole
Yeah,
family
a lot of
affair
meaning.
that's out there to, you know, ring the bells.
Yeah, good stories. All right, so Bob, we all know, I think you all know at this point, that Bob is a talented artist, and we appreciate you. You're going to appreciate the story. Today's day in history is about Vincent van Gogh. It was December 23rd, 1888, when the Dutch painter decided to cut off his ear.
Ouch!
He was suffering from severe depression at the time. After removing the ear, he allegedly wrapped it up and gave it to a prostitute at a nearby brothel. Van Gogh later documented what he did in this painting. It's titled Self-Portrait with Bandaged Ear. Very literal. When the painting hit the auction block in 1998, it sold for $71 million.
Wow.
Jeez. Isn't that amazing?
$1998 too.
Yeah.
That's a lot now, and back then, my gosh.
You
Right
think
now,
about most of these famous painters like Van Gogh were so poor, like barely struggled to make it, and then
And they didn't see that money in their
No,
lifetime, but
never.
now
It's
look
pretty
at the
amazing.
value. Yeah.
At MoMA, they've got the Jackson Pollock, you know, a lot of his works, which I you know, he's a guy just like throws the stuff.
Splatters, yeah.
You know, I always think to myself, it's like, is that art? Is that art? But then you actually look at some of his other paintings, and he's actually painted it as like this amazingly gifted painter. So he wasn't just
splattering paint.
Stuff on the wall.
Yeah.
Even though I think I could do it.
You are good. You are. All right, coming up at 10, we are waiting for a live press conference from county officials on prepping for the big storm that's headed our way.
And one of the most popular weight loss drugs on the market is about to be available in a whole new form here. Details on the newly approved Wegovy pill.
And Vegas named the most fun city. We've got the other 4 destinations, the top 5.
What would be on your top?
New York.
New York.
New Orleans. For sure. Miami. New Orleans.
Miami?
Yeah. Have you been to Miami with me? You haven't. Good morning. Welcome to 10 a.m. The incoming storm is the big news story this morning.
That's right. So let's go straight to Maria with all the details.
Yeah, we're tracking the rain right now. We're seeing it. It's starting to rain parts of Long Beach, parts of Orange County. And you can tell by the camera here that the winds are picking up. You can see the windsock definitely showing that the wind is coming up from the south and all this moisture coming up from the south as well. Taking a look at our radar, the satellite radar pictures showing you how we're tapping into that atmospheric river. All right, we're going to go over to the press conference now talking about the incoming storms.
Yes, we are. Let's go to it. Hilda Solis, actually, the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors is hosting this. Let's join the conference and hear what the update is.
Remarks. Then we are going to transition into remarks in Spanish, followed by remarks in Mandarin.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us, and especially our media friends that are here. As you know, I'm chair of the board, Hilda Solis, representing the County Board of Supervisors and the 1st District. Beginning today through Thursday, an atmospheric river is expected to deliver up to 10 inches of rain across Los Angeles County, making it one of the wettest Christmases in recent history. And we know that with those rains comes strong winds, a risk of mudslides, flooded freeways, riverbeds, and downed power lines, among other hazards. And as we gather to celebrate with our loved ones, I encourage you to stay informed and be prepared for any emergency that might occur. And that's why I have the following county representatives joining me today, and I'm so proud that they have been a part of this from the get-go. The county sheriff, our fire department, the Department of Public Works, and the Office of Emergency Management. They have all been working tirelessly since the weekend to prepare and to keep us safe here in LA County. This includes distributing sandbags, preparing those living in areas at risk of flood or mudslides, and issuing evacuation warnings for those in recent fire-scarred areas. We strongly encourage you to avoid any unnecessary travel during the heavy rainstorm. And if you haven't picked up your emergency supplies or sandbags yet, please do so today if you can, before the heavy rain begins. Our homeless outreach teams have also been engaged, but if you are unhoused, please call 211 for assistance. And if it is an emergency, call 911. Before I hand it over to our county departments to share their efforts, I want to encourage everyone to take a few steps to stay informed and prepared for whatever this storm may bring. You can find all the latest information on the storm at ready.lacounty.gov/rain. Sign up to receive emergency alerts at alert.lacounty.gov. And for quick information at your fingertips, connect with us at social media at Ready LA County. You can also, again, access 211 if you don't have access to the internet. As we celebrate the holidays, I want to be mindful of that it's important that we stay alert and we stay vigilant and that we keep each other safe. Please know that LA County is ready, and should any emergency arise, be prepared to help and assist our residents. I want to thank you for attending this presser today, and now it is my pleasure to turn it over to Sheriff Luna. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you, Supervisor Solis, for putting together this press conference. I do want to start off just really quick with acknowledging and, in a sense, respecting that we're nearing the end of 2025, and 2025 didn't start off that great for LA County with the fires, and we're ending it with floods. I know our residents have been through a lot this year, and so have our employees. So I just want to make sure we acknowledge that as we're talking about our preparation efforts for what we're talking about here today. So preparation for this storm began days ago, not just within our department, but through a coordinated effort across Los Angeles County. I want to thank Kevin McGowan, our director of the Office of Emergency Management, for putting meetings together at either early hours or late at night to make sure that we're going to be providing the best service to our residents. We've been working closely with all county partners you see here today, particularly the Department of Public Works, who takes the lead in these events. The fire department, the Office of Emergency Management, and other public safety agencies to track the storm, coordinate the resources for the storm, and identify vulnerable locations and plan our county response. Yesterday, sheriff deputies proactively conducted surgical outreach, including door knocks to pre-identified vulnerable residences established by Public Works to notify them of evacuation warnings and orders, which will go into effect at 11 a.m. this morning. And I just want to remind the audience, our community, that when we're talking about an evacuation order, that believes that we have determined as a team, primarily Public Works, that there's an immediate danger or a potential immediate danger to your safety and the safety of your family. If we're talking about an evacuation warning, that's potential danger. You need to pay attention to both, and I'll explain those in a second. Currently, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has a total of 124 evacuation orders in place. When I say 124, that's that surgical approach that I'm talking about. All properties were door knocked, and those that didn't answer given a door hanger. And the door hanger looks just like this. Our deputy sheriffs going out there, knocking on doors, either handing them to residents who answer the door and leaving them on the doors where they don't answer. But we don't give up. We're going back out today and making multiple efforts to make sure that our residences are safe. So deputies are also utilizing our brand new citizen evacuation tracker tool, which improves field tracking of evacuations during emergencies. It allows our personnel to log evacuated addresses and special circumstances in real time. Deputies are focused on ensuring our community understands the seriousness of this threat that we're talking about today, the timing of the evacuation, and the importance of leaving early, especially during the holidays. Again, all props to our folks. What worse time, right, for something like this to happen? Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. We acknowledge it. We respect it. We have a lot of folks working to make sure that our communities are safe. These evacuation orders are made with your safety in mind as they help protect you and your loved ones from potential danger. Storms can bring sudden and severe conditions that may make staying behind extremely risky. I want to say that again. If you are told to evacuate, you have an order in place, you are putting your risk and your family's risk, or your lives at risk, I should say. Please, deputies come here, you've got to listen to them. Please listen to them. In addition, our Sheriff's Homeless Outreach Services team, better known as HOST, has been engaging our unhoused population residing in and around our waterways since last Friday. You will hear from the Public Works Director after I speak. He is going to lay out the fact that it is very dangerous to be around our flood controls. And it's not just during the storm, but as they have to do dam releases for more water, he'll explain it, he's the expert. This threat will last beyond a week. So please stay away from the flood controls. If you are part of our unhoused community, that's why our deputies are out there making sure we get you away from those areas, because you are at risk. HOST has contacted over 73 persons experiencing homelessness. I want to make sure everybody knows it's a team effort. LASA and other homeless organizations for LA County are offering services, motel vouchers for our residents, our unhoused residents. We have activated key emergency resources, including search and rescue teams and Air Rescue 5 helicopter, which is equipped to deploy swift water rescue capabilities if needed. We hope it's not, but we're ready. Unfortunately, we have seen far too many incidents where fast-moving water is underestimated, placing people in extreme danger and life-threatening situations. Our incident management teams are also on alert, and our department is collecting what we call mobile field force rosters from throughout the county for deputies working from different stations to ensure personnel are ready and available to respond to any critical incident arising during this storm or anything else that could come up. Additionally, the Department Operations Centers, in conjunction with the County Emergency Operations Center, will be activated and operational starting tonight at 6 p.m. for the duration of the storm. We urge residents, especially those in evacuation zones, to take those orders and warnings seriously and start preparing now. Identify important items such as medications, important documents, and other essential items in case you must leave quickly. I want to throw something else out here. If a loved one of yours lives in these evacuation areas and they are either disabled, they're elderly, please make sure that you have communicated with them, you have coordinated a plan to get them out. And maybe you're making a decision to get them out before this storm comes, which I think is a very smart idea. But make sure that you do that. Please contact them to assist if they need evacuation immediately, and we will try and communicate the best we can with them and yourself. If you decide to stay in your home in an evacuated area, debris from the burn scar areas and the storm may impede the roads, and it could be difficult to leave once a storm begins. It also may be hard for first responders to access the roads, and attempting to do so places our first responders in unnecessary danger. Please avoid flooded roadways, stay away from drainage channels, and do not wait until conditions become dangerous to act. Prepare yourself. It is critical. It could save your life. We encourage residents to visit lacounty.gov/emergency for tips and preparedness information. You can also sign up for emergency alerts at alertla.org. I would like to now introduce my partner from Public Works, Mark.
Good morning. I'm Mark Pastrella, Director of Los Angeles County Public Works and Chief Engineer of the Los Angeles County Flood Control District. This weather event I'm going to describe the weather event that we're about to experience. This event is a warm winter storm event. Some people refer to it as a Pineapple Express. Supervisor referred to it as an atmospheric river-driven event, and that is accurate. We expect the event to produce a lot of rain over a short period of time, with some intensities that give us concern. The hazards that will be in those rain totals could be up to 4 to 8 inches in the valley and coastal areas, 6 to 12 inches in the foothill mountain areas. In plain language, we haven't had an event, an atmospheric river event like this in some time, probably more than 4 or 5 years now. These events do produce, as I said, high quantities of water running down our mountain system and across our urban streets and gathering in our riverine system. So basically the basin is going to attempt to drain a lot of water over a short period of time. There are also going to be a lot of water in the Santa Monica Mountains area, along the Malibu and on PCH, and it's going to come from that mountainside and run down that system as well, creating additional challenges for residents and for first responders. We're also forecasting strong winds, 50 to 60 miles per hour. The heaviest rain is expected tonight through tomorrow morning, and again on Christmas Day, unfortunately, during the evening hours. We expect that to be a problem, obviously, because we are in a holiday event. Be assured, though, Public Works is open 24/7, and we're going to have a crew of more than 300 personnel on site 24/7, making sure that you are protected, your lives are protected, your properties are protected in coordination with the partners here today. Of course, our biggest concern is the recent burn areas. Hazards will include potential flash flooding, rising river flows, mud flows, debris flows, and downed trees. Also, low-lying areas can expect ponding. So let's talk a little bit about where these areas are. All of the debris flows, mud flows, and rockfall we expect to be within the mountain areas or the mountain urban interface. Those are places like the foothill communities of the unincorporated area of Altadena, Pasadena, La Cañada, Flint Ridge, Duarte, and then along the same situation for the Palisades fire area, the city of Los Angeles, the Malibu, and the unincorporated areas. All should expect these hazards to impact them during these storm events. In the low-lying areas, what I'm normally concerned is in the areas of Long Beach, Carson, and the southeast Los Angeles area, where we expect to have ponding within the street system. The street system, I'll remind you, along with the flood control system, is maintained for the most part by LA County Flood Control District, the flood control system, but also the road system is maintained in the unincorporated areas by the county and along with our city partners. Those streets, I want to remind everybody, are a part of the flood control system. Something to keep in mind. This is what we utilize the street system to move flows along with the channels. So along the LA River and the streets adjacent, you will expect flows in those streets. Something to keep in mind as we are entering into the rainy part of this event. So what can you do? Well, I know what we have done. We have prepared for more than a year now, since all year round, LA County Flood Control District and LA County Public Works is preparing our system to protect your lives and your property by maintaining a world-class flood control system. It includes assets like 14 major dams, reservoirs, 154 debris basins, 500 miles of open channel, 2,500 miles of storm drain, and all the associated appurtenances and catch basins that go along with it. And as I said, the street system is a part of that system as well, so that we can drain the water safely through the system without damaging your properties or hurting property owners and saving your lives. What can you do? What you can do is avoid flowing water, streets, rivers, lakes, and channels. This is no place for anyone to be during rain events or when there is flow in these systems. And as Sheriff said, we expect to have to do dam releases, which means that there will be water in the LA River, there'll be flowing water in the LA River as well as the San Gabriel River and other components channels post this event. And those flows can be up to like 19 feet per second. They can move a small car. 6 inches of moving water can move a small car. So if you are driving in a street system and see ponded water or moving water, I recommend you don't go through that water. You stop and take a different route. If you must travel, you need to leave early, slow down, avoid mountain roads, and burn scar areas. Just basic thing. I also am going to want you to know that the evacuation orders that were given were on my recommendation as the Chief Engineer of the Los Angeles County Flood Control District and the Director of Public Works. I made those recommendations by analyzing the situation that we had post-fire and looking at this storm event. We identified over the last year vulnerable properties. Some 383 properties are considered needing evacuation. You heard Sheriff mention 120 orders. We also have an additional 100 plus orders, 200 orders going out to city areas. We've contacted the City of Los Angeles and made the same set of recommendations within the Palisades area and other areas, and in coordination with the City of Los Angeles, Duarte, Pasadena, those folks are also getting door knocks, and those recommendations for evacuation stand. Again, those recommendations are based on technical science, forecasting the current weather event, and our best estimate for who would be most vulnerable. If you are being recommended for evacuation, you will already know that, because we will be door knocking along with the city on every property. So again, I really want everyone to heed that evacuation and to comply with sheriff and PD orders when you are asked to evacuate. And then for those of us that are not being proposed evacuation, my recommendation is that you seek shelter when it begins raining. Whether you have a home you can shelter in, or if you're in a hotel visiting Los Angeles, or if you're in the unfortunate condition in which you don't have a home and perhaps you're a person experiencing homelessness, we want you to seek shelter. And later on in this conference, you'll be informed about where shelters are available for community. Shelter is your best resort in flood events. Sheltering in a home that is flood-free is the place to be. It's where you will be safest. So please make provisions for your Christmas and your Christmas Eve to be in a shelter somewhere, whether it's your home, a hotel, again, or in one of the county shelters, so that you can be certain that you will be safe from any of the potential damages that occur. So with that, I'll just mention the public resources that are available. You can go to lacounty.gov/emergency, as Sheriff said. And now I'd like to introduce Los Angeles County Fire Chief Anthony Maroney.
So thank you, Director Pastrella. So good morning. I'm County of Los Angeles Fire Chief Anthony Maroney. The forecasted storm system is on track to bring rain, flooding, and debris flows to Southern California today through Saturday, with the potential for dangerous mud and debris flows in the 8 burn scar areas. With a flood watch in effect this afternoon through Wednesday evening, significant rainfall is expected with the potential for flash flooding. As a region, we continually monitor our vulnerability by conducting a daily risk analysis. The County of Los Angeles Fire Department has augmented fire resources and staffing, and we stand ready to respond rapidly to all storm-related incidents utilizing ground and air resources. As the state's designated Region 1 coordinator, covering the areas of Los Angeles, Orange, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and San Luis Obispo counties, it is my responsibility to partner with our fire and rescue agencies so we can effectively coordinate and dispatch mutual aid resources when a large-scale emergency, like a widespread rainstorm, occurs. With a full range of resources available to us, I want to assure LA County residents that your fire department is prepared and stands ready to respond. In preparation for the storms, we urge residents to stay informed about the latest flood and flash flood watches, warnings, and weather advisories. Listen for emergency alerts and information. Sign up for Alert LA, a free mass notification system for LA County residents at lacounty.gov/emergency. Create an evacuation plan and heed evacuation warnings and orders from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Download the Genesis Alert mobile app or visit protect.genesis.com to view your evacuation status. Genesis is spelled GENASYS. Prepare for power outages by stocking up on essentials and plan alternate travel routes if flood risks increase in your area. Assemble an emergency go bag with essential supplies, including a flashlight and battery-powered radio, water, medication, and important documents. Stay off the roads. If travel is unavoidable, check real-time conditions and drive at reduced speeds, avoiding standing water and debris on the roadway. Stay out of the ocean, stay out of floodwaters, and always avoid moving water, especially the region's flood control system and channels. Never approach down power lines. Be vigilant for falling trees and downed utility poles and power lines. By following these steps, residents can help ensure their safety and the safety of their communities during the storm. For additional information on how to stay safe and prepared, visit lacounty.gov/emergency. I would now like to introduce the Director of the Office of Emergency Management, Kevin McGowan.
Thank you, Chief Maroney. For the record, Kevin McGowan, Director, Office of Emergency Management. I want to just reiterate a couple of key items that my colleagues have mentioned. So first and foremost, on the emergency notification and alert, it's very important for you to sign up not just for the county's alert system. We have a lot of municipal jurisdictions that also maintain emergency notifications and may be the primary notification source. So go to the websites that have been mentioned. lacounty.gov/emergency is a single point where you can access other websites to sign up. Find out if your local city has a notification system and sign up for it. I also want to emphasize that our partners at the National Weather Service also send out emergency notifications. Please heed all of the directions from the National Weather Service Los Angeles Oxnard Field Office. They can issue flash flood warnings, high wind warnings, and some of those come with emergency notifications with directions on what you should do if there's an imminent threat. So again, please sign up for emergency notifications. It's one of the most important things you can do to get real-time information. Additionally, the county, again, my colleagues have mentioned this, the county's been at an all-hands-on-deck preparation mode since over the weekend. Our emergency organization was fully activated. Our emergency operations center and department operations centers will be activated this evening, and that's to coordinate and support countywide efforts. Lastly, I just want to mention that this threat is widespread. We've spent a lot of time discussing the burn areas, but in addition to the burn areas, there's potential hazards across the entire county, the coastal areas, wind-prone areas, and flood-prone areas. So in other significant winter events, if you've experienced wind damage, flooding, localized flooding, now's the time to be prepared. Thank you, and I'll turn it over to Kim.
Thank you. We will now take questions in English, specifically on this storm.
Time. People are obviously planning their travel. They've been planning this for months, spending time with family. You guys mentioned avoiding travel if necessary. How do you preach to someone to reconsider something they've been planning for maybe all year long, especially with the storm on its way?
Because safety's number one. I mean, the last thing we want to do is ruin anybody's Christmas plans, but we have an obligation as a county family to say, to wave the flag and say there's a threat, a real threat out there. And so for us, making sure that everybody understands that whether they're driving in here, they're flying in here, may have to rent a car and visit family, to really pay attention to the warnings, the orders, and make sure you're coming into a zone where an emergency can happen. And we don't want you to be part of it. We want you to kind of, that old saying, we want you to complement, not complicate things. So that's why Supervisor Solis decided to put this out. We do our normal course of communication through all of our departments. But for you guys as our partners, we got to let people know we don't want anybody to get caught off guard. Safety number one.
Next question.
For the evacuation orders, so we have the map with the evacuation warnings, which we understand. And just so I have this clear, 124 homes have evacuation orders in the unincorporated areas of the county, right? And then there's areas within cities that will also receive an evacuation order, and that will total to 383. And if you can just kind of summarize all of that so people understand the whole thing with evacuation orders specifically, and also if you can mention again that anyone that is under an evacuation order, this is my understanding, will be notified in person. Is all of that correct? And if so, if you can summarize it, that would help.
All right, let me see if I can answer all that. You put a lot in there. Yeah, absolutely. So from an evacuation order perspective, I could tell you this, that everybody that is under evacuation order, specific residents have been specifically notified. We do not put that out in the website. We shouldn't, as kind of a confidential matter for the individuals that we're dealing with. If we haven't notified you, we are in the process of notifying you again today because maybe for some reason you were not there. And for clarification, I think one of my partners did clarify it. The 124 are for the LA County Sheriff's area of responsibility. A lot of our partner agencies, whether it be LAPD, Duarte, Sierra Madre, all of those we've been working with them, and they have specific locations, whether they have orders or warnings in their jurisdictions. We do not put that out. That is something they take the lead on. I really do hope that answers the question. But again, if you're given an order, the bottom line is that means there's an immediate danger to you or your family. You should leave immediately. If it's a warning, it's a potential danger, you should be prepared. You should be prepared now to make sure you leave. That's what we're putting out as a county family. That stuff, all that information is on our county website, except the specific addresses that we surgically did this. And if you think about it, we're doing it because we understand it is very inconvenient to evacuate your home. So I know Public Works, and Mark can speak for himself, being very surgical in the way we're doing it. Safety always comes number one. Convenience is number two. And then you layer the holidays on top of that. We're being very sensitive as we can, but we will never risk anybody's life for convenience.
All right, there you heard Sheriff Luna talking about storm preps, as well as LA County officials talking about what's being done to prepare ahead of the storms coming our way. And there's a lot of information out there, including some evacuation orders as you were listening to them talking. But any information, you can go to alertla.org. That's the website for everything you need to know as you get ready for the storm. And Maria, what should we be looking for here locally in terms of the preps underway and what people need to do now?
Yeah, just just echoing what was said there with our emergency management team. And we've been talking about this since yesterday, really, about the seriousness of this system and how it is unfortunately coinciding with Christmas Eve tomorrow and Christmas Day, when we have different plans, right? Now it's being altered by this very serious storm with significant impacts we're expecting. Right now, we're already seeing the rain. We have been tracking it all morning, and we're seeing that moisture stream up from the south. We're seeing mostly light to moderate rain, but I'm seeing some of the last images here pointing to some moderate and some heavier cells moving into parts of Seal Beach, Long Beach, Orange County, and moving up into LA County. This is just the precursor to what we're expecting later tonight, during the overnight hours and into tomorrow. So it is going to get heavier. Rain will be heavy at times tonight into tomorrow, and then another round, another burst of energy as we get into Christmas Day, into Christmas night, and then even into Friday. So this is a dangerous situation for us coming up these next couple of holiday days. Thunderstorm chances also with these systems. We're talking about a cold air mass then moving in for a portion of the holiday going into Christmas Day, and that's going to bring in an added instability with thunderstorm chances, meaning we could get some hail, we could get some weak tornadoes or even some water spouts, and this will add to the snow level, which is kind of high right now. It's about 8,000 feet. It will lower that snow level down to about 6,000 feet, 5,500 feet. That means snow for our mountains. So if you are planning to head up to the high country, make sure you have the chains with you. You may not need it at this moment, but you will likely need it later into tomorrow, Thursday, and into Friday. They mentioned it. We've been talking about it really all week about the atmospheric river, and we're tapping into all of that energy and moisture from the southeast. This is a deep trough of low pressure, and it is just going to be a constant source of moisture. It's like a fire hose, if you will, of just energy and moisture coming up from the southwest. This is one of our computer models. So we've been talking about the pre-stuff. This is what we're seeing now. The energy from this area of low pressure is going to move in tonight into tomorrow. Notice how it will become more widespread as we get into tonight and tomorrow. You can see some of the yellows here indicating some of the heavier cells moving in. Look at all the snow in the Sierra Nevada. We're going to talk about feet of snow there. For us, we're going to talk about inches of snow as soon as we get through tomorrow and into Christmas Day. There might be a little bit of a lull tomorrow night into Christmas Day, whereas the showers will turn a little bit lighter, won't be quite a constant heavy downpour, but it'll be short-lived. We will look for another round of heavy rain Christmas Day into Christmas night, with the colder part of the storm moving in. And this is where that instability that I was telling you about, we could be getting some of those thunderstorms and the hail, and certainly the flash flooding could occur. So we have weather alerts in place. I don't think we'll be free and clear of this system until, I would say, late Friday into Saturday, and then things will start to dry out. But until then, the potential for flooding is pretty much everywhere. So that flood watch is in effect until Thursday night. 2 to 6 inches of rain for the coast and valleys. Officials were saying 5 to 11, maybe even 12 inches for the mountains and foothills. That is a lot of rain in a short period of time. The winds will be very gusty and damaging as well, gusting potentially to 60 plus, even 70, 80 mile per hour winds. So this could down trees, power lines, and create a lot of havoc and damage. So you want to keep this all in mind, please, and stay alert to officials. I'll send it back to you.
All right, all good information, Maria. Thank you. And Gigi is live in Altadena, which is one of the more vulnerable areas. Residents there are urged to leave before the rain begins, right, Gigi?
That's right, Sandra. A lot of warnings going out. You heard the officials from Los Angeles County talking about the dangers. And, of course, Maria Quaban looking at those models and seeing what is coming out. Just before 10 o'clock this morning here in Altadena, my photographer Howard and I commented on how the weather had suddenly changed. It got colder. It's about 54 degrees right now. Not cold, but a real feel about 51. And then the rain started. And about that time, we heard the construction crew that's been working so hard on this neighbor's house start to yell and like, get a move on, hurry. They're trying to put that first layer of the roof up, and they were hoping to get it up before the rain started. Unfortunately, the rain moved in earlier than they thought, and they're still working to shore up this building here on Mariposa and Altadena. Now, people have been urged to get sandbags to prepare as best as they can, and you heard the sheriff of Los Angeles County, Sheriff Luna, there talking about the dangers of mud and debris flow in the fire areas. We're talking, of course, Malibu, the Palisades, and here in the Eaton fire area. But there's a lot of concern also about our roadways, about flooding, road closures, and, of course, major accidents. This is so many people plan to head out starting today, of course, tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, right in the brunt of this storm. California Highway Patrol urging everyone to allow themselves plenty of time to call ahead for possible road closures and to avoid driving through flooded areas. If it's flooded, turn around, don't drown, as they say. So a lot of warnings going out to folks to please, prepare as best as you can. We know a lot of you have to go out, you have to travel for the holiday. Just do it carefully, allow yourself extra time, slow down, plenty of space between cars in case you suddenly have to stop, so everyone has a safe holiday. Reporting live in Altadena, very rainy Altadena already. We'll send it back to you.
Be prepared.
Here
get
it
ready.
is. Yeah.
That's right. All right, Gigi, thank you. And happening now, the Christmas travel rush is on. AAA estimated more than 122 million Americans will fly or drive for the holiday. That's up more than 2% over last year. Volume isn't the only thing that's up. So are prices for domestic flights, with the average about $900. That's up 7% over last year. A Sherman Oaks mother jumped into action to try to stop several burglary suspects from breaking into her home. So this happened around noon on Saturday off Mammoth Avenue right here. According to the LAPD, the suspects tried to break into a home while a family was inside. The mom sees them, drives the car towards them, hits the vehicle while trying to stop them. But the suspects, as you saw right there, ran away. No arrests so far in this case.
The highly anticipated Annenberg Wildlife Crossing in Agora Hills appears to be working. It's already attracting wild animals, and right now you're looking at a time-lapse video of the construction. The National Park Service says a female mountain lion was recently captured near the crossing. She was collared and named P129. The bridge will connect the Santa Monica Mountains over the 101 freeway, giving safe space for wildlife to roam the area, especially mountain lions. The crossing is slated to open fall of next year.
Best Friends Animal Society is inviting people to take part in holiday foster sleepovers with some furry friends.
Yeah, the idea is for people to open their homes to animals in need. This is a great way to maybe, I don't know, think about maybe you want a doggy in your life, Sandra?
And the process is really easy. You sign up online, and then you say you want to foster, and then you go from there. So clearly, step by step, you can get it done. All right, Coco, tell us some more about how the whole process works.
Good morning. That's right. We're here at Best Friends Animal Society, and it's really cool because you can foster year-round, but right now they're doing what's called a holiday sleepover program where you can foster a dog, bring them home for the holidays. You can also foster a cat as well, so you'll be able to have a pet really come into your home and be that loved one. And the thing that's so great about it is this normally happens during the holidays, that people are looking for a new pet to bring into their homes. So this is really that wonderful opportunity to be able to do so. Happening here at Best Friends Animal Society. They're going to open up at 11 o'clock this morning. So far they have about 30 animals that are already signed up for this, but you can still be part of it. I'm here with Elizabeth right now. If you can tell us more about this wonderful program you're offering.
Yes, so this is our holiday foster event. We are trying to get dogs and cats into homes for Christmas, just temporarily, unless somebody falls in love and decides to keep their pet full-time forever. We love the opportunity for animals to get out of the kennel and experience time with a family. We learn a lot about them. It gives our staff a break, and if people fall in love and decide that they want to keep their pet, it opens up space for us to pull more dogs and cats from our city and county shelters where they're at risk of not having a happy outcome.
Yes, and like you were saying too, if people do choose to end up adopting following the foster, there's also an adoption fee that's going to be waived, right?
Yes, we are waiving the adoption fee for anyone who decides to adopt as a result of participating in this event. We provide spay and neuter, vaccines, microchip, all of that is included in the adoption, as well as ongoing support if there are any questions or any concerns moving forward.
Yes, and it looks like we have Oatmeal here, right?
Hi, Oatmeal.
Tell us about Oatmeal.
She's a little shy. Hi, baby girl. Oh, you so sweet. She loves people, obviously. She loves belly rubs. She's a 3-year-old Australian Shepherd mix. She has the best freckles, which you probably can't see because she's not facing the camera. There she is. She hasn't been with us for very long, and so we're still learning about her, but she's a great size, and she's just looking for a little time with a family, or maybe a lot of time with a family.
I love that. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you, Oatmeal, as well. Oatmeal is up for adoption, and like I was saying, it's a really great time to be able to see if Oatmeal or any other animal is a good fit for your home before you decide to adopt. I'll send it back to you.
Make sure it's a good fit. That is for sure. A lot of energy there, Oatmeal. Looks like she wants to play. All right, Coco, thank you. So cute. So once again, there was no winning ticket in the Powerball jackpot last night. That means the jackpot now climbs to $1.7 billion, making it the 5th largest prize in U.S. lottery history. The cash value is $735 million, so you have another chance tomorrow night.
All right, coming up, 10:41, one of the nation's oldest and fiercest college football rivalries taking a pause. The shocking announcement from USC and Notre Dame.
And one of the most popular weight loss medications is coming to market in a new form, when a pill form of Gogh will be available and how much it'll cost. live look at the big board right now. Stocks are holding near their record levels and Treasury yields are rising after the government reported the U.S. economy grew at a surprisingly strong pace in the third quarter, so up 129 points right there.
The FDA has approved the first ever oral GLP-1 pill, a tablet version of its popular weight loss drug Gogh and Wegovy pill, manufactured by Novo Nordisk, which has started a dose of a 1.5 milligrams. It'll be available in pharmacies and select telehealth providers in early January. The company has yet to release the price of the medication, but it is expected to be much cheaper than the weekly injections of the drug. Approximately 1 in 8 adults are taking a GLP-1 drug in the U.S. This is according to a poll from health policy research group KFF.
All right, holiday gratuities are one way to show your appreciation to people who provide you vital services throughout the year. But who gets a tip and what's the latest etiquette? Kelly Saberi has the story.
The holiday season and the end of the year is a good time to give a special thanks to those who make your life easier.
Try to do like the local, either trash pickup people.
If you look closely at the etiquette, customers should try to give a holiday gratuity to service professionals who play an ongoing role in their life. We're talking about nannies, housekeepers, landscapers, pool cleaners, home health care workers, doormen, and others.
We treat them good, respect, and they compensate you the right way.
You might also consider your regular hairstylist or manicurist, even though they usually get tipped per service. And Santa's got the right idea. Keep a list.
And when we do make the lists, to indicate how much we gave as a tip for that year. So this is an ongoing spreadsheet.
Next, the question becomes, what do you give?
Cash is most certainly king. If you're someone who can't procure the cash that you need and time is ticking, electronic is certainly better than nothing.
But everyone has to understand we are all living in tough economic times.
And no one should ever feel tip shamed into giving a gratuity or that there is a set limit that they must give.
When in doubt, do some research.
Speak with your neighbors about what they're doing.
And don't forget, presentation matters.
Don't simply hand someone, a fistful of crumpled bills. This should look thought out.
You may be relieved to know there are some people you should not tip. Professional workers like your doctor, lawyer, or accountant do not typically get a holiday gratuity. In Chicago, Kelly Saberi, Fox Business.
All right, let's talk about the weather now. This weather is sponsored by Sweet James Accident Attorneys. We're taking a live look outside. This is the pier in Malibu, and it doesn't look too bad here, but the winds are definitely picking up. That flow coming out of the south. People still walking up and down the pier. The rain not quite here yet, but it's definitely raining elsewhere. Let's go to the radar, and I can show you exactly what's going on. We're definitely picking up that moisture from the south through parts of Long Beach, Seal Beach, parts of the South Bay, and it's moving inland now. As you can see, we're going to zoom into some of the heavier cells here near Monterey Park, Downey, Lakewood, getting some moderate to heavier cells. And this is where we get concerned. We're going to see more of this as we get to the evening and overnight hours, and we get those orange red cells. That's when we get those really heavy rainfall rates of about 3/4 to an inch per hour, and that can trigger those mud and debris flows. We're all watching this area here, the Pasadena area, Altadena, and we're getting a little bit of a heavier downpour here. And as we take a look at the Palisades area, not too bad. We did see that Malibu Pier camera, and it was just kind of cloudy with a stronger wind. The winds are going to be a problem today. We've got wind warnings and wind advisories in effect, potentially damaging wind gusts nearing 60 plus 70 miles per hour. Some isolated areas up in the mountains could get those 70, 80 mile per hour winds, but elsewhere, just about anywhere we could get those winds knocking down the trees and power lines, and power outages certainly very possible, if not likely, later tonight into tomorrow. As far as rain, 2 to 6 inches possible for the coast and valleys, upwards of 6 to 10 inches for the mountains and foothills. This is through late Thursday. We're going to add to this as we get to Friday's unsettled weather. Will continue into Friday, and then perhaps a bit of a break as we get into late Friday night into Saturday. We have some cold air moving in by Thursday. That's going to give us a thunderstorm chance, so more instability, flash flooding possible. And as I mentioned, the heavy downpours can trigger those mud and debris flows. So it's really important that we stay alert to officials for the possibility of evacuations, especially if you live in those vulnerable areas. I want to look beyond the 7-day now because we're also planning for New Year's. Things are changing a little bit. I just saw the Weather Prediction Center's outlook for New Year's Eve, and it looks to be kind of wet for New Year's Eve. So you want to plan for that possibility looking ahead. Right now, let's focus on this and the heavier rain over the next 2-3 days and stay alert. Valleys, Inland Empire, 60s today, cooling off to just the upper 50s, really near 60 on Friday. And I just want to mention the mountains. Snow level will stay high first today and then eventually lower on Christmas. So we could get a white Christmas if you're lucky to be up in the mountains. Snow showers expected there in our local resorts. Sandra, back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Big news in college football. The USC-Notre Dame rivalry will go on hiatus. The schools made the announcement in a joint message. Next season would have been the 97th meeting of the Trojans and the Fighting Irish. It's a national rivalry that produced 24 national champions and 15 Heisman Trophy winners. Instead, Notre Dame will play BYU in each of the next 2 seasons. No word yet on who USC will face. The earliest USC-Notre Dame rivalry could resume or would resume in 2030. So the reason for the break is believed to be tied to complications from the college football playoff schedule. The Chargers are officially in the playoffs after the Colts lost last night. In fact, if they can win their 5th in a row by beating the Texans on Saturday, it'll set them up for a second date with Denver the final week of the season. Then it's simple. Beat the Broncos and they would win the AFC West. Head coach Jim Harbaugh spoke to the Chargers' resilience to get the position they're in this late in the year.
This team never gives up. You know, it doesn't matter. They don't flinch. They don't fold. No matter what's happening, I mean, you could be, punched right in the tip of the nose with, see some adversity, and team just keeps pressing forward.
Keep pressing forward, and Chargers kicker Cameron Dicker is spreading holiday cheer in a big way, as you see right there. He treated kids from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Greater Los Angeles to a $250 shopping spree just before Christmas. They were overjoyed, as was he.
I think we all have an opportunity to bring joy and be a light in somebody else's life, and God's blessed me to be a blessing to others, and so I try to come out here and just shine my light that God's given me and share the love that Jesus loves me with.
This event happens as the Chargers come off a huge win over the weekend and clinch a spot in the playoffs. All right, Las Vegas is king when it comes to the most fun cities. So the other destinations that made the top 5, we will tell you coming up after the break. Welcome back. Financial site Wallet Hub just put out a list of the top 5 most fun cities. So coming in at number 1. Viva Las Vegas, of course. After looking at 65 metrics for 182 cities, Sin City wins the title. The site says from shows to gaming to nightclubs, outdoor activities as well, Vegas has it all. And after Las Vegas, Orlando was number 2. It's, of course, home to all those theme parks. People have so much fun out there. Miami was number 3, with Atlanta and New Orleans rounding out the top 5. Where is New York City? And where is LA? I guess we're no fun here in LA. What's up with that, huh? I guess it's all the traffic. It's getting us down. All right, well, stay with us because we have much more ahead on GDLA Plus. You don't want to miss it. We'll have fun. That's for sure.